Welcome to another episode of True Abutments Interview. I'm Jeff Kraft, and on this episode, we come to you from the Jewel of the Southeast, Charleston, South Carolina. I'm going to be chatting with Dr. Renee and Dr. Defee, the founders of the MOD Institute. What is the MOD? We're going to find that out, but this is a technology-driven education center I can't wait to introduce you to. But first, I got to figure out how to get on these boats. Mike Wally, I appreciate you guys sitting down with me. I mean, come on, look at this setting right here. This is Charleston at its finest. Being down here on the dock, I mean, I'm in San Diego, I feel like I'm at home.
That's right.
This is great. This is great. You guys come down here a lot?
Very often.
Yeah?
Yep.
Want to find out about MOD. Tell me, first off, what does MOD stand for?
MOD means Modern Optimized Dentistry, which is essentially a way of thinking, a way of practicing, and a way of treating your patients that takes all the technology into consideration and combines that synergistically with evidence in the literature to create like a truly evidence-based but yet modern way of practice.
Okay, that sounds great. If I read that on paper, I was like, wow, that is amazing. How did you come to this whole philosophy?
I've been leading digital dentistry residents and residencies for over a decade now, and I've developed my own philosophy on patient care and the best way to optimize the technology for being not only very efficient in your practice, but also upping that level of aesthetics and quality.
So when Mike came on board, how did this relationship start? How do you guys know each other?
We met in dental school a long time ago.
Okay.
I'm an old man now, but Mike is a PhD and a DMD, which is a very rare type of unicorn that exists in the world, where I became really impressed with his level of knowledge as it relates to everything in the dental space and beyond into the scientific space.
Okay, and so when you came on board and you saw what was going on, you guys know each other. Have you guys talked about this before? Sitting, having a drink, going, I got this idea. Were you on board from the very beginning?
Well, this is an idea that Wally and I honestly have bounced around for many years.
Okay.
And it came to the point, about a year and a half ago where we were like, now's the time. We're just at a really unique time in dentistry where scientific knowledge and technology is coming to a point where we can really revolutionize the way we practice, both from an efficiency standpoint, but also from a conservative and patient-centered practice.
Okay.
In a way that I don't think we've seen that ever in dentistry, honestly.
I want to talk about the build out of your team. How did you decide who to bring on? And what does it take for somebody to say, I want to be a part of that. I love what these guys are doing. I love what they stand for. This is who I am, and this is where dentistry is going. Sign me up. Who do you look for?
Yeah, so we have 10 faculty members, surgeons, periodontists, we have GPs, just a good blend of individuals who all are passionate about digital dentistry. That's really the only checkbox you need to have. And really it's all about those relationships, right? So these guys and gals are my closest friends, and we've been building relationships together for years. And so the first step is if you want to be a faculty member, is to come check us out and see what we're all about. Come be a part of the family. We're very open to all sorts of talents and individuals. There's no egos. We check the egos at the door. Everybody's equal and welcome. It's a really cool place to come learn. It's unintimidating, and it's one of those places where it's not my way or the highway. It's an open discussion where we sometimes learn a ton from those faculty members that we have bringing in from external sources.
What do you feel like the biggest strength that you guys have, as a team, not just with you two, but the entire faculty? What is your biggest strength?
The team that we've built is kind of like a family. We think alike in a lot of regards, but yet we're very different. So we complement each other. So we're on week. We have people who are going to take over and build up. So Mike's super smart as it relates to anything business related. So he's run very big, very successful practices. And from the practice management side, that's something that I don't have a background in, coming from academics, coming from that type of research background. So iron sharpens iron. We're just always lifting each other up.
What else do you guys like to do? I know you're into crypto.
Yes.
Right? You're into crypto. You've been into crypto for a while.
Well, yes, of course, crypto is one of my interests, and I think, you know, we're going to see blockchain as a technology change just ways that we live and interact that is totally unpredictable at this point. I like to liken it to, and I'm not unique in saying this, but it's like the internet in the 90s. Like, there's all this buzz around it. It's really cool and new, and there's so many things that could happen, but nobody really knows what it's going to flesh out to. So I think that is something that's super exciting to me. That's a strength between me and Wally, in that we both always are looking to get better. And so, you know, getting into crypto, passionate about that, because I think it is another, like digital dentistry to the practice of dentistry is going to be transformative just to the way we live as a whole. Love to surf. Admittedly, I'm not quite as active as I was before having children, but you know, love the outdoors, and that's what makes Charleston great. Is we have outdoor weather 12 months of the year.
Yeah.
And so, you know, really love living here, and that's probably me in a nutshell.
What about you?
Man, I'm boring, man. It's all dentistry or nothing. I mean,
with your glasses on your shirt, I'm boring.
I live, sleep, and dream dentistry. I love it. It's everything in my life that, you know, besides my family, my beautiful family, I either want to spend time doing cool stuff in dentistry or spend time with my family, and there's not a lot of gray area in between there, because dentistry consumes so much of my passion and time that any little left over I have to give to my family, which is just basically me in a nutshell.
So, you know, we've talked a lot about building the team. It's, you know, family, the relationships. Let's talk about that relationship with True Abutment. Who created that relationship? How did it start?
Our success is largely due to partnering with incredible companies. And True Abutment in 2017, we were on a golf trip at a course, and Sun Kim was there. And we were just golfing, and I got talking with him, and he's like, you know, you do a lot of implants, you do a lot of abutments, you should try us out. And I said, okay, I'll try you out. And it was probably the best thing that I did for my practice. For those of you who don't know, they have a custom abutment solution for many different implant manufacturers that they also are all digital. So I was able to take that 3D file and mill it in my in-office milling machine for pennies on the dollar compared to what I was paying, and the quality was better. You can't lose.
You can't lose.
You can't lose.
It's a win-win, is what it is.
Well, yeah, I mean, it just makes sense, not only financially, but it was the quality of the parts and pieces that went into the implants that really impressed me.
Trends in 2022. I mean, we're the end of the year here. It's been an interesting last couple of years, of course, with COVID, so many challenges that everybody's had to overcome. But what are some of the trends that you guys see coming up in 2022?
I mean, scanner and 3D printing adoption are through the roof in dentistry. So scanner adoption's peaking close to 40% with 20% annual growth. So 3D scanning, intraoral scanning is just something that's going to be in 5 years in every single dental office. And it's finally, we've bridged that chasm where we've beyond early adopters, and we're rocketing up the adoption scale for intraoral scanners, and 3D printing is right there. So it's so exciting to see those technologies take off in our profession, because we've been doing it for 15, 20 years now, and finally now it's everybody's catching on that it's just a practice changer.
You know, with the folks that are watching from the office, from home, or wherever they're watching, they want to be a part of what you guys are doing. What can they do just to be around you guys, to talk to you guys, create that relationship? What's the best way to do that?
To get into the kind of mod family, we have online modules that you could have for free. Check us out, see if you like the feel of the courses, come learn, see what digital dentistry is all about, and then come visit us and check out a course and come hang out with us. We go sailing on our courses. We have a lot of fun. We like to build those relationships outside of the classroom.
My last question for you, Mike, is, I mean, it's a tough question. I'm not sure how you're going to answer it. But you like mimosas?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Let's go get some mimosas.
Let's do it. that steady hand. That's the hand of a surgeon right there.
Cheers! Cheers! Well, there you go. Another episode of Interview in the books. Chatted with Mike and Wally. A couple of great guys. Here in Charleston, South Carolina, the way you do it, you finish off with a glass of champagne. Until next time, bye guys. Cheers! Cheers! So Taylor, I want to find out about you because you recently took the mod, the class, but why did you get into dentistry?
I chose dentistry when I was very young, actually, because I've always had a passion for the sciences, but also I wanted to have a career where I would be able to be artistic. So dentistry was the perfect storm of those two.
Oh, it certainly is. So now we're at the mod building here. What an amazing view, being able to see Charleston from this location. What was it like taking this course?
Well, obviously it was beautiful because they have panoramic views of the harbor.
Yeah.
But also it was different from any other CE courses I've taken because we had a lot of hands-on activities. I learned a lot of information that would be applicable to my daily practice. I've actually been able to institute it already. I learned a ton on anterior technique.
Yeah.
So the teachers were available. We have small class sizes that we took, and yeah.
One thing that I like that they say is like they're able to, the individuals, dentists that are able to take this course, they can implement it the Monday after. And you were able to do that.
Absolutely. That same Monday I went and did an anterior front tooth. I was able to match it perfectly thanks to the instruction I got here. And the patient left super happy.
Now, what do you think is the biggest difference between other CE courses compared to the Mod Institute besides the hands-on? What are the instructors like?
The instructors were extremely approachable, helpful. The class sizes were smaller than some of the other CE courses I've been into.
Okay.
So you got a lot more individual time with the instructors. There was a networking event afterwards, so we could have one-on-one time with the instructors and, answer any questions that we had. It was just a great overall experience. I felt like I learned a ton and was able to actually implement it with the hands-on experience.
So for people that are out there watching right now, they're saying, there's a lot of CE courses out there. Why mod? What would you say to them?
I would say Charleston is awesome. That's a reason to come. And then I would also say if you're looking to really just up your game and become an expert sooner than, finding out on your own, and if you want some real one-on-one instruction, I would choose the Mod Institute.
So technology driven, and it's so important right now.
Yes, this is definitely the best place to go get trained in digital dentistry.
That's great. That's awesome.